Okay, so welcome to those of you guys who came to our kind of inaugural Power Hour, I guess. This has been done, I've only actually done one of these before. Hold on one second, I'm going to mute people. Okay, just because I want to make sure that I can hear myself. The whole idea, I did one of these before, and it was with Michelle Minnick and I think Dave Walker from corporate. They did something where I was very curious as to what it is. And I just got an email this morning, they're doing another one next week for the Western region people. Some of you may have got that email. What it is basically a little bit of information, but then scheduled work time, a power hour. And if you've seen in the emails that a lot that are coming out recently, if you're on the Plexus Ambassador Relation page, I'm not sure how deep that goes right now, but the theme right now is really is the power hour, and making that a priority in your business. And I know for me personally, sometimes I will be so busy working that I'm not actually working my own business. And then I suffer, my business suffers. Or I'm so busy doing stuff for my team that I'm like, wait a minute, what about my new customers, my new ambassadors? So that's the whole point of it. I participated in that one, and I'm going to definitely do the other one as well, because I feel like when it's scheduled, we do it. Otherwise, we'll kind of flip and, maybe do 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, and what really are we focusing and getting done? So that's the whole point of it. My goal is to have at least 6 to 8 scheduled a month. I am not going to host them all because ain't got no time for all that, but I'm actually going to be hopefully empowering my team to do that. And maybe if you guys wanted to jump in and host, it's really not a big deal. It's basically creating the Zoom, and or even I can do that. Or actually I steal Joy's all the time because she has the one that I can use for longer than an hour. So that's why it says I'm Joy Olson right now. I'm Alyssa if you don't know me. And it's just a nugget of information, and it's just get to work time. If you want to, you can do anything. And I basically say do your IPA. You can be reading your current personal development book. I'm reading No Limits right now by John Maxwell. It's kicking my butt because that's what he does. I cannot wait to see him in Orlando. You could be reaching out to your 5 new people. I'm running out of people that are new on Facebook, so I've been going to Instagram, and I've been doing that. It could be following up with your people. It could be following up with an ambassador. It could be a myriad of things. It could be putting in some headphones in your phone and watching a training video for 10 of those minutes. It's completely up to you, but it's solid work time. One thing, and then I'm going to share a little bit, and then we're going to get to work. One thing that has been definitely on my heart lately, and something, to be quite honest, kills my team, is the convenience order. It's not my favorite thing. And I've been watching just trainings on that, and just watching how much, as I look at my reports that I get from my coach, I am horrified sometimes at the amount of people that don't have their convenience order on, and don't order month to month. Now, we know we can't get everybody ordering month to month, but half the time, if their convenience order is on, they'd be consistent. If they are consistent, they're going to feel better on the products. They're going to work correctly for them. And you know what I'm saying? They're going to stay on them, and they're going to be in them for the long haul. If they order once, don't put that convenience order on. They forget to order. They run out, and they're like, nah, I don't want to spend the money right now. And we know how that happens. How many of us have had a person sign up, no convenience order, and never order again? It happens all the time. And it's something that drives me bonkers. In fact, I've actually made it so if anybody wants to participate in any of my contests, they actually have to have their convenience order on. And they need, buy a welcome pack and that kind of a thing. Otherwise, I am suggesting that they be a preferred customer, because preferred customers are still money. And we need a big customer base. I was on the phone with, I think his name is Chris Reed. He's the compliance CEO or compliance executive at we've all seen him. He's the grandpa guy that does all the compliance videos. He is so kind and so nice. But when he asked about my team, he's like, you have a lot of customers on your team. And I said, yeah, because that's what the money is. Our comp plan is such that you get reimbursed really, really well for customers. For a preferred customer and with the 25% commission, if you're over 500, you're looking at almost a 40% income back to you. It's awesome. So customers are really, really important. So we need to, steer them that way. But convenience orders are huge. So what do you do if somebody doesn't have their convenience order on? My challenge to my team this month is to contact them, to be in contact with them and to say, hey, I am really concerned, not concerned, but I really want to see you successful. And first of all, if you didn't have them turn on the convenience order, or you just kind of did that thing that I used to like, they didn't turn it on, but I feel weird asking them because they just spend all that money and I feel strange. And I'm like, hey, can you log back in and turn it back on? Because I want to make sure you order next month. It just sounds weird. We probably didn't walk them through the process correctly in the first place. And we feel awkward about it. So we just let it ride and hope that they order the next month. This girl right here. But I'm not doing that anymore. I've learned my lesson. It does not work well for me, and I don't get a lot of the turnaround that I want. A lot of the times the people do order if I'm in constant communication with them, but a lot of times they do not. So if we have set them up incorrectly, like I think Sylvia calls it, sign them up wrong or sign them up incorrectly, we need to go back and explain, oh man, you missed that step. And I want to make sure that you are successful. Your success is so important. And consistency is so important. And the only way you're going to be consistent on this is if you turn on that backup order. It does not need to stay exactly what you ordered this month. In fact, you probably are going to have extra BioCleanse this month because we're starting you out slow. So I would suggest maybe setting it up with X Factor or Ease or something that's going to complement what they're already taking and is going to actually make them even have more success. Because we all know what happens when you add an X Factor. X Factor's like the glue, right? Or we know now that Ease is kind of that underrated product that we don't sell a ton of. I sell a lot more of it now, and I use a lot more of it now. It was one of that thing, I was like, if I have a headache, now I'm realizing how important Ease is to our systems and our bodies. So those are the things that we can do to set them up for success. So if you have people, I'm going to challenge you, even today in your IPA, looking at your downline, the people that don't have their convenience order on, send that voice message or send that message that says, hey, I totally messed up. I didn't send you, I don't have to, berate yourself, but I didn't set you up for success. And I want to make sure that you are set up for next month with exactly what you need. Tell me what you're taking. Let's see exactly what your schedule is like. And let's see, based on how much you have, when's the time to set up your next order, because you don't want to be having any gaps in your products, because that means that you are going to possibly have to go through die-off again. That's a bummer, right? You don't want to actually have a gap where you stop taking your products, you've actually interrupted your consistency, and then all of a sudden things start to creep back the way they were. So you don't want a week gap. So you look at their calendar, see how much they have, and say, okay, so good time to order then. You're going to run out on the 25th, so let's make sure that your order goes through on the 20th, just in case, because I want to make sure there is definitely consistency remains intact. Very simple. And you can even say it to them, like, you obviously, these people trusted you and these people invested in these products for a reason. Obviously, they want them to work. So you're going to be on their side and you're going to say something like, yeah, I want these products to work. So you say, you know what, I want you to be as successful as possible. So let's set this up on this particular day, because I don't want you to have any interruptions to your consistency, and I want you to have the most success in the shortest amount of time as possible. And we all know that it takes at least 60 to 90 days for things to really get rooted in your body and to have results. So that is something that has been on my heart. I've been really working with my team on that and explaining to them the importance of that. So if you have people that don't have their convenience order on, this is it's key. It's super important. Chris McCall has a video I posted on my page a couple weeks ago, and it was like, is the convenience order, do you have to have it on? No. But should you? Yes. So when you are signing people up, that should be a conversation that you have. If you are, when you're sending them instructions, that should be laid out in the instructions. Johanna actually has, that I use, a list of instructions. I tweaked it just a bit, where it basically explains the importance of the consistency order. And when I send them that, if they're insistent on doing it themselves, I tend to have a lot more success with it being turned on. And then be bold. Don't be afraid to ask them to turn it on, because not only does it help your business, of course it helps your business, but ultimately, what is this about? Their success. And I want you guys, instead of your nerves and your frustration with yourself, or, oh, they aren't going to order, or you're hoping that they order, instead of that, just lay it out there. I forgot to include this when we set you up, and this is so important for your success. I really, we talked about 60 to 90 days, so let's set up this order. When's the best possible time? And give them the dates, send them the graphic of the how to turn it on, or walk them through it yourself. But put that out there. Do not be shy. Be bold about it, because, again, the only way these products work, we know, is with time and consistency. So that is basically all I'm going to share today. It's kind of obviously heavy on my heart being where I am right now. I want to grow. Growth is also a big theme in my team right now. Growth, 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 which hopefully is all of your your ideas. I think we've gotten away from, we're okay with being, we're basically where we were last month, so we score. When I first started this business, it was like, no, you want one more customer, one more ambassador, more points than you did the month before. Even if it's just a little, progress is progress, right? Growth is growth. Being stagnant, we've gotten used to that. We've gotten used to all the wonky things going on in the back office, and we make those excuses. And we're like, well, this happened and this happened, so meh. No. Growth is key. Growth is important, and we should aim for that every single month. And it starts a lot of times with the convenience order. So with that, I'm going to let you guys get to work. I'm in. I'm going to, if you have a question, unmute yourself. If you have somebody's asked a question and you're not sure how to respond, or if you have messaging help, that's kind of the beauty of this as well. If you have a question, you can ask it, or I say bust out your phone, get on your computer, get reading your book, watching a training video, doing whatever it is you do through the end of the hour, which is about 45 minutes, and get to work. Any questions before I, let me unmute everybody. Any questions? Any questions before we get started? All right. Let's get to it, y'all. Okay, here we go. I will stop you in a bit, and that will be that. And you are done for the day, unless you want to keep working. It's up to you. I'm going to start working. I have to actually unmute myself. Thank you. Anyway, okay, so our hour is almost up. We have like 2 minutes left. Does anybody maybe want to share what they did in that amount of time when you just focused? Trudy, by the way, congratulations for getting to Orlando.
Oh, thank you.
So excited. I actually, I just in the last like 5 minutes reached out to 10 Instagram followers that just started following me. So that was my 10 people right there. I read 10 minutes of my personal development book. I followed up with a few customers, people that say they're going to order, those peeps, and got one girl added who just ordered yesterday, got her added to the customer 7-day challenge that starts next week, and all of that in about 45 minutes. What'd you guys do? Hey, Tracy.
Hi.
I reached out to 5 on my chicken list that I saw for a very long time.
Nice job. 5?
Yeah. 5. And then I watched a video because I've been looking for a good one to put onto my team page.
That's fantastic. That's great. 5 on your chicken list. That high five to you. That's awesome. Anybody else get some stuff done?
I invited people to a sip and see that Kelly and I are doing next Saturday.
Oh, that's right. Did you guys find a presentation to use?
No, not yet. I typed something in the chat box to see if anybody had a PowerPoint or some pictures if they would email.
Go on Cheyenne's page. Are you on Cheyenne's page?
What's that called?
It's Cheyenne's Plexus team, I think is what it is. She's our Diamond Ambassador. Okay, I'll add you to that and throw it on there. There are a few people that have things,
Okay.
And that way you can maybe get some response back too. Hey, Rachel. Good to see you. You can't hear? I don't know. I can't hear you. But that's what I would do to maybe get some information. Anybody else get any stuff done? Susie's still.
I'm still working.
She's awesome. She's on it. Okay. Well, yeah. Any questions before I sign us off? If you are in the groove, keep working. I'm going to do another one of these Monday night. It was originally, I think, going to be at 7, but we have Christy Pacheco's doing a call that night. So I think I might move it to Tuesday. But in general, it's probably going to be Fridays and Mondays. Just again, schedule work time, get stuff done. So it's kind of a good thing. I did record this. I am going to post it because of the information that I had at the beginning. So if you came late, you can look at that in a little bit. I'll post that. But this is generally what it is. It's kind of fun being on here. I was like watching you guys work. It was kind of, not really in a creepy way, but But anyway, so with that, are there any other questions? And I'll sign us off because we're just at 10:30. Okay, you guys, this is fun. I'm hoping that we grow, share. If you can get your team here, if it's a way that it's going to grow their business, then do it, and the more the merrier. All right, you guys have a great rest of your day. Congratulations.
Hey, have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend, you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.